The accelerationists questioned whether we should really be resisting capitalism at all, and whether its deterritorializing flow should be wholeheartedly embraced, an ostensibly counterintuitive line of thought from a leftist intelligentsia. Maybe the only way out of this beastly system is to accelerate it to the logical conclusion predicted by Marx. The only way out is through. The question thus becomes, do we have to go to hell first before we reach after that long sought after place of salvation? This is a simple entry point into the philosophy of accelerationism. The term was retroactively applied by Benjamin Noy in 2010 to designate a certain philosophical current thronging in the intellectual corners of a tumultuous post-68 climate. Accelerationism finds its roots in the works of Deleuze and Guattari and Jean-Francois Lyotard, writing in the confused era following the infamous uprisings. Tracing the genealogy forward into the 90s, its ethos becomes increasingly complex, containing a fragmented array of trajectories from its adherents that broke away from the nexus of Warwick University's Cybernetic Culture Research Unit, or CCRU for shorthand. The CCRU hosted some of the most brilliant and exciting minds, fresh minds in academia, themselves direct products of Warwick University's distinctive ethos that departed from the more conservative, rigid approaches of other British universities. Key to the CCRU's cerebral velocity were Nick Land, Sadie Plant, and the aforementioned Mark Fisher. Founded in 1960, Warwick was built as a university that would engage with the world surrounding it, welcoming academic and philosophical innovation. The French philosophical avant-garde would remain a key reference point for the institution, with Deleuze and Guattari being integral to the CCMU's philosophical rhizome. Despite the disbandment of what Nick Land calls the entity, a true gestalt, a synthesis of exhilarating minds that remain committed to the group brain of CCMU for 5 years, its roots continue to build momentum today, attesting a sort of a-signifying rupture. However, what is paramount in the here and now is to look beyond the problematic and ambivalent politics of Nick Land, or more accurately, the trajectory his thinking grew into as he abruptly left academia and grew into a gargantuan mystical figure. Land transmogrified into something akin to an intellectual Voldemort, invoked an acknowledgement of his importance to the movement with such reticence as to only accentuate his mystique. The accelerationism associated with Land became highly stigmatized, leading to former acolyte Mark Fisher shedding the aggressive rhetoric and pro-capitalist politics for a more forgiving, more left-leaning take on modernity. Land broke away from the movement's foundation in his newfound love of the state in Chinese politics. Because of all this oscillation and difficulty of political placement, accelerationism is not wedded to any conventional or established ideology. It has the plasticity to be co-opted by movements from all sides of the political spectrum. Accelerationism is only problematic insofar as it is placed under a political purview. I am in concurrence with Stephen Shaviro's outlook on accelerationism as a useful, productive, and even necessary aesthetic strategy today, for all that it is dubious as a political one. The topical digital aesthetic of this videographic essay is the richly uncanny, ghostly, and stridently nostalgic one of Vaporwave.